Hi guys and welcome to a new video. My name is SJ Hart. Thank you for watching. So it's 18th of December. I am a reindeer like you can see. So yeah, let's start our story. What light? Monday morning I called Elizabeth to ask her Rachel show went. She did fine, Elizabeth said. You should really be asking her though. I tried, I say. I called, I texted. You guys are giving me the cold shoulder. Because you chose a guy over her, Sierra. We get that you like him. Great. But honestly, you're not going to be down there forever, she says. Say yes, Rachel's upset with you, but she also doesn't want to see you get your heart broken. I close my eyes as I listen. Even when they're mad at me, they still care. I groan, flopping onto my tiny bed. It's ridiculous. It is. It's a relationship that can't go anywhere. We haven't even kissed yet. Sierra, it's Christmas time. Put a stupid mistletoe over his head and kiss him already. Will you do me a favour? I ask. Can you stop by my house? On my dress is the cutting from my Christmas tree. Will you mail that to me? Elizabeth sighs. I just want to show it to him, I say. He's such a traditionalist. I think he'd love to see it before I stop myself. If I say it, I'll obsess over it for the rest of the day. Before you leave, Elizabeth finishes. It's going to happen, Sierra. I know. Feel free to tell me I'm being stupid. She doesn't respond for a long time. It's your heart. No one else gets to say in that. Sometimes it feels like it's not even up to the person holding the heart. You should probably kiss him though before you make any bigger decisions, she says. If he's horrible, it'll be much easier to let him go. I laugh. I miss you both so much. We miss you too, Sierra. We both do. I try to smooth things over with Rachel. She's just frustrated. I fall back onto my bed. I'm a traitor to the girl code. Don't beat yourself up, Elizabeth says. It's fine. We're just being selfish about sharing you, is all. Before starting work, I sit at my laptop and video record myself describing in French everything that's happened since I left home, from planting my tree on Cardinals Peak to walking Caleb to church. I sent the video to Monsieur Capot to make up for all the phone calls I've missed. I grab an apple and head to the big top to help Mum. It's winter break for most of the schools now, and because the tree procrastinators are running out of time, the lot should be busy all day. In previous years, I worked 10-hour days this week, but Mum tells me they hired a few extra students to help, so I'd have more time for myself. Working side by side with her, we restock supplies when not helping customers. Dad wheels and two more trees sprayed with fake snow. In a break between customers, all three of us huddle around the drink station. I mix myself a cheap peppermint mocha and tell them I'm making more cookies to go with Caleb's next few trees. That's great, honey, Dad says, but instead of looking at me, he looks outside the big top. I need to go check on the workers. Mum and I watch him leave. I guess that's better than putting his foot down, I say. Dad has taken a weighted-out approach to my relationship with Caleb. On the upside, after witnessing my confrontation with Andrew, Dad asked him to apologize to me, rather than do that he quit. Mum clings her mug against mine. Maybe Caleb will save some of his tips and buy a Christmas gift for you too. When Mum sips her coffee, I tell her I'm thinking about giving him the cutting from my first tree. Her silence is deafening, so I raise my Easter mug to my lip as I wait. Outside the big top, I see Louis carry a tree out to the car lot. I take another zip, wondering why he's here, if he already has a tree. When I look back, Mum says, that's a perfect gift for someone like Caleb. I put down my mug and hug her while she tries to keep from spilling her drink on us. Thank you for not being weird about him, Mum. I trust your judgment. She puts down her mug and holds my shoulder, looking me in the eyes. Your father does too. I think he's just decided to hold his breath until we leave again. Over her shoulder, I see Louis walk back into the lot with work gloves on. I point him out to Mum. That's Louis, I say. I know him. He's one of the students we hired. Your dad said he's a good worker. At the next break between customers, I warm up the mocha with some regular coffee. A voice behind me says, want to make me on while you're at it? That depends, I turn towards Caleb. What are you going to do for me? He reaches into his jacket pocket and draws out a green Christmas tree hat with felt ornaments and a puffy yellow star. He pulls it tight onto his head. I was going to save this for later, but if a mocha's at stake, I'll put it on now. Why? I ask, laughing. I bought it at a second-hand store this morning, he says. I'm in the full stationary spirit of the season. My mouth drops open. I don't even know what that means. He dimple grins and raises one eyebrow. Sartorial, I'm shocked. Maybe you should put a vocab up on your phone like me. There's a new word every day and you give yourself points each time you use it. But did you use it correctly? I ask. I think so, he says. It's an adjective. Something about clothing. I shake my head, wanting to both laugh and snatch that horrible thing off him. Mr. Sartorio just earned you double candy canes. Caleb offers to help bake the cookies at his house, and Mum tells us to have fun. Actually, she says I should go have fun without asking Dad, which is motherly advice I'll take. Abby says she would love to join us too. Caleb says when we get in his truck, you can invite Heather too. Have I, believe it or not, is frantically putting together a gift for Devon, I say. My guess it'll be a Christmas sweater. Caleb opens his mouth in mock horror. Would she do that? She totally would, I say. She'd also get him something good, but if I know Heather, she'll give him the sweater first to see how he reacts. After we shop for ingredients, Caleb ushers me into his house, each of us carrying a bag of groceries. Abby is on the couch, tapping rapidly on her phone. Without looking up, she says, "I'll join you in a minute. I have to make sure my friends don't think I fell off the earth. And take off that ridiculous hat, Caleb." Caleb sets his hat on the kitchen table. He's already set out cookie sheets, measuring spoons, cups, and a ceramic mixing bowl. "Will you send me messages like that from Oregon?" he says, "so I know you haven't fallen off the earth?" My laugh comes out sounding forced, which it is. In less than a week I need to figure out how to say goodbye. I pull items from the grocery bags and set them on the counter. The doorbell rings and Caleb shouts into the other room. "Are you expecting someone?" Abby doesn't answer, probably still texting. Caleb rolls his eyes and leaves to answer the door. I hear it open and then a pause. Finally Caleb says, "Hey, what are you doing here?" The next voice, familiar and deep, reaches me all the way from the front door to the kitchen. That the way you talk to your one-time best friend? I nearly drop a dozen eggs. I have no idea what Jeremiah is doing here, but I feel like running a victory lap around the kitchen, arms in the air. Both guys walk in and I put on my calm face. "Hey, Jeremiah." "Twilot girl," he says. "You know, I do other things too." "Trust me, I know," he says. If it weren't for you pushing and prying, I probably wouldn't be here." Caleb smiles and glances between the two of us. I never told him about Jeremiah and Cassandra visiting the lot. "Now, things still aren't perfect," Jeremiah says, "but I took a stand with Cassandra and my mum, and I'm here." Caleb turns to me, his eyes full of questions and unspoken gratitude. He rubs his forehead and turns to look out the kitchen window. I start putting the ingredients back into the bags. This moment is not about me, and it shouldn't be. "You guys talk. I'm going to bring these to Heather's." Still facing the window, Caleb starts to tell me I don't have to leave, but I stop him. "Talk to your friend," I say, not even trying to hide my smile. It's been a while. When I turn around, grocery bags packed, Caleb is looking at me with pure love. "Let's meet up later," I say. "Is 7 o'clock good?" he asks. "There's something I want you to see." I smile. I'm looking forward to it. When I reach the front door, I hear Jeremiah say, "I missed you, man." My heart swells and I take a breath before opening the door. After we drop off our latest tree along with a tin of Christmas cookies, Caleb and I drive around while he updates me on his reunion with Jeremiah. "It's hard to say when we'll hang out next," Caleb says, "because he's got his friends now and I've got mine, but we will, which is sort of amazing. I assumed we never would again." "That is amazing," I say. We park in front of Caleb's house and he turns to me. "It's because of you," he says. "You're amazing." I want this moment to last, the two of us in this truck feeling gratitude for each other. Instead, he opens his door, letting in the cool air. "Come on," he says, and then he steps out. He walks around to the sidewalk and I shake the nerves from my fingers before opening my door. When I get out, I rub my hands to warm them, and then he takes my hand and we go for a walk. He leads me past 4 of his neighbors' houses and around the corner to an alleyway. The entrance to the alley is lit by a single lamppost. The ground is rough asphalt with a smooth concrete gully running down the middle. "We call this Garage Alley," he says. The further we move into the alley, the more the light from the lamppost fades. On either side, short driveways lead to garages. High wooden fences around the backyards keep out most light from the houses. I almost lose my balance in the gully, but Caleb grabs my arm. "It's kind of spooky back here," I say. "I hope you're ready," he says, "because I'm about to majorly disappoint you." He tries to make his shadowy face look serious, but I can see a slight grin. We stop where the alley meets his driveway, and he turns my shoulders towards the gate. The large metal door is mostly buried in the shadow of the roof's overhang. He takes my hand and pulls me forward. A motion sensor above the door clicks on an attached light. "My mum warned you that I'm terrible with surprises," he says. I push his shoulder. "You did not," he laughs. "Not on purpose, not this time. I had to get bungee cords out of the garage and my present was right there." "You ruined your mum's surprise?" "It was her fault," he says. "It was right there, but I think you'll be glad because now I can share it with you, so you won't tell her, right?" I can't believe this. He is acting like such a little kid, which is far too cute to be annoying. "Just show me what it is," I say. Well, that's the chapter for today. I hope you guys liked it and see you tomorrow. Bye!